Hey guys, this is Phil Scott, and I've had a lot of requests from people to kind of show how to set up a server, how to run a server properly. This will be a series of instructional videos, I guess, and we're going to try to do the basics and get you guys on your way into hosting your own Minecraft server. So, before I get too into it, I guess you're going to kind of have an idea of what you want out of the server. Running a server, running one successfully is really a lot of work. I mean, anybody can throw up a quick, easy vanilla server, have their friends connect and fuck around. Pardon my language, but that's easy enough. But if you want something more long term, stable, you want to have the features, the plugins, the mods, make it fun, and actually have a mature and kind of welcoming community. It's going to be a lot more commitment on your side. You have to figure out how much you want to pay or what you have available for hardware. For most personal servers, you'll comfortably have maybe up to like 12 players at a given time out of your home PC. If you have a higher end home desktop that is just set for a server itself, it's not running anything else in your house, you're not playing games on it, you can probably push upward close to 20 to 25 maybe. It really depends on your hardware level. If you want a big server with 50 to 100 players, you're more than likely going to have to pay the money for a VPN. I'm sorry, for VPS, a virtual server. Those cost anywhere from $50 to $200 a month, depending on your specs you want to get. So, kind of know what you want going into it. The majority of you, I'm sure, just want to have something where you and your friends can mess around. Maybe the home PC is fine. That's what we're going to look at. I run one out of my house on my back computer. I've probably got between 80 to 100 people on my whitelist who have access, and at any given time we have between 12 and 20 probably playing. I've peaked at 28. Usually once we hit about the 15 mark though, you can start feeling the lag. So if you do have a home computer running a server, I highly recommend that you invest in a solid state drive. The SSDs make a tremendous difference in your overhead. I mean, nowadays, getting a high-end computer has a nice processor, and the 6 gig of RAM is kind of standard for a lot of people nowadays. But the hard drive is usually your choking point for this. So let's get into it. First things first, if you want to just do a very standard, very basic. I say vanilla. Vanilla is the term meaning that it's plain. There's no modifications. It is your basic flavor. So you can go onto the Minecraft site and actually just download. Click the link right here. You can download a server. So you have the client links for different OSs. I'm going to do one of these Windows videos. I know Linux. I don't mind talking about Linux, but I don't have a Linux environment here. I've got a virtual server in my background with Linux on it, but for the scope of these videos, you can do Windows. And then here's your beta server software. Typically, for you guys who are just going to run a Windows server, this is the link right here. You can download it. Don't want to run it, jackass. I'll save it. Whatever, we can run it. I don't care. If you have Windows, it's going to vomit at you guys. Windows Firewall. I would suggest turning it off. If you can afford to. If you have like a safe server, maybe even on a private network or something, great. If not, if it's the same server you do your banking on, keep the firewall going. You can allow access. I have a laptop. I shouldn't allow that. My laptop will actually go to public networks. So when your server first launches, let's see here. The first time you run it, takes a little bit of time. It checks for startup files, doesn't find them, will create them. Ban players, ban IPs, ops, whatever. And then it'll actually generate your spawns. It does it twice because now you have a separate spawn point in another. So runs through all that stuff and then bang, done. You are now running a vanilla server in Minecraft. Wow. If you want to make sure it works, especially if you play on the same machine, it's real simple. Log into your Minecraft session and you choose your multiplayer, and you're gonna loop back to your local machine. You can actually just do a local host, which will be your machine you're on. and bang, you're on your own server. It's like, wow, that easy, right? Um, there is ways to even like force a seed in multiplayer. I haven't really messed around with that, but you can probably do some quick searches and figure out how to do that if you wanted to. Actually, I'll tell you right now, let's do the seed. That's a different story. I'm sorry, I'm rambling, but I drink. I do these videos. But, I made a grievous error making the server. I should have saved it first. So let's go ahead and kill this. Normally I tell you to save and log off properly, but I don't care, because that's a really garbage kind of server right there. Let me try to save. Well, actually, I just did save. Alright, so since that server created, oops, wrong server. Alright, my mistake was running the server in this directory right here. It's not where I want to run it. If you notice, all those files it was creating, they're in here. So I've got a world file that has my my actual world map in there, the band IPs, all this stuff was made. Let's see, the ops, the server prop. Those were all the files that were created. So we can actually destroy the whole server. Boom, gone. What we're going to do actually is set the subfolders for organization, because as you start doing this, you're going to have more and more stuff. We'll call it vanilla Minecraft server, right? Okay. We'll drop the server executable in there. Okay. So now if I was from the scan, the same issue. This would actually launch. It's not finding the world file. This is the name of your level. It's called world. It's not finding it, so it's going to regenerate everything. This is what you do if you get sick of your map, blow it out, relaunch the game, it'll respawn. I realize some of you guys like another stuff, go to the good stuff. Well, we'll get there eventually. So, slowly but surely. The rest of these files, band IPs, band players, there's text files. You know, if I didn't wanted to ban my wife, sassy pants, hey Bob can't play any, boom. She goes to log in, it checks her name against this file, finds her in there, and she cannot connect to my server. You would actually see an error message, which they would tell you in the server logs, so and so connected, banned. That's fine. Alright, so ops. Ops is in the vanilla Minecraft world, ops are your admin. There's no differential. If I put something in this ops folder, myself for instance, I have full server features, server access. If you're running vanilla, if you're running even a bucket server, for instance, you don't have like a permissions or some kind of permissions management plugin. This will be your bread and butter. Anybody you have in here is going to have full server access. Doesn't matter what you spec out anywhere else. If I put Foolscap in here, but I don't give him server permissions in a bucket plugin, this still overrides that. Keep that in mind. Learn the hard way. So I'm an admin for my own server now, yay. Server logs a text file. You want to open this in WordPad or something. Give this site to populate, but if you do it in Notepad, you won't get the proper formatting. Anyway, I'll do that one later. What you're really kind of curious about, whitelist. If you're using the whitelist tells the server who can get on. So, give you an example. Server properties file. This is your level name, world. I haven't seen a whole reason to change that. Maybe if you're popping in between maps, but for the most part, keep it at world. This is what the server will look for. A folder with this name. Doesn't find it, it will create it. If you ever want to back it up, you can just rename this. I won't find it, make a new one. Allow another true, cool, yeah, you want another in there. If you don't, if your players aren't going to mess with it, you don't care about it, turn it off, just less resources. View distance is a new one. I know Notch just put that in 1.6, and I haven't messed around with that. I'm not sure what that does yet, so I'm not going to lead you astray. Do you want monsters in your world? Monsters and animals, these two values, can add a drastic amount of lag. You have another, 50 to 100 entities that your computer is rendering as AI. So I personally have them on there. I think it adds to the realism of the game. If you don't care, don't want them, I'd say turn them off. But There's certain things you're not going to get otherwise unless you spawn them. So, online mode true. That determines whether when a player logs in to your server, whether they have to register with the Minecraft domain. I would recommend leaving this on. The reason being is that if you turn this off, anybody can spoof their username. They can call themselves Full Scout. And since they're not checking with Minecraft Net, not actually logging with credentials, the game thinks it's them. It doesn't matter. So I would turn that on. A while back, months back, there was an issue with the Minecraft.net being down repeatedly, and people couldn't log into Minecraft.net. Because they couldn't log in there, they couldn't log into the game. So I had it off briefly for that point in time. But I did have guys who were getting on my server via, what I just mentioned, doing the spoofing. So use it at your own risk. I leave it on if possible. Max players, what it sounds like, 20. 20 is fine for a home server. You might even want to drop down a little lower. In the end, it's just going to be trial and error, seeing what your machine can handle. I have mine at 28 for my main server. Like I said, normally we hover around like 15 players most evenings, maybe a little less. Server IP, although you probably want to put it in there, I would not. If you don't put it in there, it takes the IP from the machine the game is running on. So no need to override this. I haven't seen a reason to yet. Maybe there is one. I haven't used it. PvP true, same thing. If this is enabled to true, players can attack each other. If you want, a happy, hippie commune feel, no one will hurt each other, put it on false, no big deal. Level seed. This is where you can actually create a new world and put a seed in. So one of the seeds that I like, full house, right? If I delete this world, you saw what it looked like. Oops, I'm actually running. You cannot interact with files when the server is running. You can, it's just going to hit or miss. I delete this and I relaunch it, it'll use that seed populate. Server port, it's default from Minecraft, leave that be, unless you have a specific reason to port or something else. And then allow flight, false. This is an in-game kind of hack detection. I've seen it get triggered falsely if people are walking on fence posts, if people jump off long distances and they're in the air too long, it thinks they're flying. It doesn't do anything, it just reports them. I think they actually get kicked if they do it, but it's not like it auto bans them. So I keep mine at false, so I don't want to be flying on my server. If you do, more power to you. And then whitelist. If you're going to use a whitelist, put the true. And I would highly, highly recommend using a whitelist. So I'll show you why. So all these cool values, we're going to save it. We're going to relaunch the server. And it should recreate that server folder using the seed that I chose. Lost connection as it killed the server. Alright. This first video is just going to be, like I said, making a basic server. And I'll show you how to port forward so you can go actually online with it. The next video I do will actually be like doing server plugins, mods, bucket stuff. So I'm probably going to turn Nether off for the purposes of this. I'm sorry. I don't know why the Nether is so much harder to create. Alright, so we're back up. So they're done. I should show you this as well. If you want a list of commands you can do. All the commands are prefaced, I believe, with a slash. So slash question mark. I'm a liar, question mark. I've been doing too many different operating systems. Alright, so let's go over the whole window real fast before I move on. Your memory use, there's a way to allocate higher memory. I'm not going to get into that right now. I do it in my bucket server, it's a little different. I'll get into it in that video. So this is your, I guess, I'm not sure what determines how much memory is allocated. In this case, 110 meg. Threads will actually increase as players connect, I believe. Each connection, yeah, it's a thread, so I see that it is crappy right now, apparently, in a different spawn point. Alright, so back here, doing the question mark or help, there's a list of commands. And over here you have a list of players, right? Foolscap, myself. I can't do anything to interact with them, unfortunately. But in here, I have certain commands. I can kick him. Most of the self-explanatory. Kick Foolscap. Boom, guy's done. Oh, okay. I'm not sure if you can even do a message. Maybe you can. We'll try. No, you can't do it, so. Easy enough. Kick him. That knocks him offline. I do that when my players getting lippy and stupid. Maybe give them a warning call, you know. If you want to, you know, have them permanently gone, you ban them. Easy enough. The problem is some players might have multiple accounts. That's why ban IP comes in handy. So, you know, or if you got like friends who live in the same house or brothers, you know, banning one account might not be enough. Ban the whole IP, they're all done. Same with pardon, we'll unban them. The other option, if I ban Foolscap, won't be done, did you jackass? Won't be done, right? Come back in here and you got your banned players. And there's Foolscap in there. So you can pardon or you can just come in here, edit the file, delete, save. It should work. Sometimes when the server's running, it'll still be okay. It still depends. No, I'm still banned, so the server has not updated the new file. So let's just go ahead and do a pardon there. Awesome. Pardoned. And I'm back on. Great. Op and deop. So if I wasn't in that ops.txt file, op and deop would add and remove me from there. The important commands for you guys as admin, the fun commands, are going to be your TP, it's teleport. I can't show it to you, I'm the only person on the server. But normally I do teleport, player 1 would be me, so teleport Foolscap to Sassy Pants. And I would warp to her, or teleport her to me, whatever you want to do it. Give. This is your big cheat command. This is the one that everyone uses. This gives you a resource. So let's see. Let's say I'm up in the server, I'm too lazy to get my own freaking wood. Give Foolscap. Actually, I can do it from the server even. And so here's a good example. You're a server admin, your players are whining. Normally I just kick them for that, but we'll be nice. We'll do a give. So we'll say, listen, Foolscap, you're lazy, you're drunk, you realize that. So we'll give Foolscap. Then it wants you to put in the player name, which is Foolscap, the ID, and the ID is your block ID, and there's a lot. If you can't memorize them all, there's a lovely wiki entry. There's data values. I have a bookmark. Every admin should. Most players do too. And in here it lists every item in the game. Right. The first value, all the values. I've never seen hex used. It's always decimal. So in this case, I want to give me a wood, planks, since I didn't specify. So great. Give me 5, which is the ID, and then the amount. So, okay, you're going to get 2 blocks because we feel bad for you. So look, I'm back here. Hey, wow, there we go. 2 wood blocks. Awesome. It's actually pretty shitty. It throws it in front of you. So if I was like near death at a cliff or something, you just threw my pep away. The bucket plugins make them a lot nicer. But that's fine. I got wood. I'm happy. Server moves on. Tell, like a private message. So I can do, these work in-game and out-of-game. If I'm the server, I want to say, hey, wow, and then a console says, hey, yeah, anything done from back here, you are the console. Whispers to me, in the future, don't beg, you're on. Got it, great, thanks. Alright, stop, stops the server gracefully, and that is really important. If you played Minecraft long enough, you probably dealt with the issue where you lose power for some reason or another, or you have to power off the machine ungracefully, like pull the plug. If that happens, you lose a power state, or you have an active map in progress. You have just wiped that map. It is like corrupted. There might be ways to get around it and save it. I've heard different solutions, but as a rule, that map is screwed. There isn't really a great solution to it. You can save stuff, so I can do a save all. And I do this quite frequently. I try to, I save whenever I feel like it, whenever I think something might happen, whenever I let new players on my server, anything important happens, do a save. Saving nice is, you know, it saves the server state to the actual, let's say the map folder, I should say. The problem is, if I crashed an hour from now, you know, it's only as good as the last save. If I crashed and lost power state, saving doesn't matter. That map file's corrupted now, so saving is decent for crashes, which will happen quite often. Minecraft's a huge memory hog, and it tends to crash out quite a bit. When it crashes out, if you can save gracefully by doing a save all, you're going to be in a little bit of trouble. Save on enables some kind of like automatic save system that I haven't. I don't use it. I had it a long time ago. It seemed like it was really laggy for me. It would save a little too often for my taste. I do all my saves manually now. I've learned my lesson from trial and error, so I don't know how often the save on actually does stuff. So I don't know. That's kind of your idea to play with. I like to do my saves manually. Typically, what I do is I do a save and a backup, at the very least once a day in the morning when I have less people on me. I wake up on the servers and mirror the wife just to save for the server. I will also do a save and a backup before and after competitions. Whenever a new player gets access, you might end up griefing, etc., etc. Sorry about the clinking noises. List. This is a list of players in the game, but you have it right here as well. So the point is kind of, I don't know. Then last, you have say. Again, as a console, you can say nice purple text. It is great for getting your players' attention, talking to them, whatever the case may be. They have no doubt that you are the server. Vanilla Minecraft, for the most part, this is the only color you're going to get aside from the white chat. You know, this really stands out. And time, set your world time. Now, I don't mess this a whole lot. It's a 24,000. I'm guessing it's a second clock for the day. I don't really know. What I'm guessing, time set. I guess this would put it to be about noon then. So if I set it to 0, it should be night, right? Oh, that's okay. It's day rise. You see the sun coming up. So if I do time set, let's make it like that should be sunset. Then if I turn around, yeah, the sun's going down. So you can mess with your players and edit night or day. Once we get into the mods, we'll start doing a lot easier commands like the set day, set time, night. Anyway, that's all the basic vanilla commands. So you got the commands down, the server's running, and you tell your friend, hey Jimbo, we got a server up, this is so awesome, dude, come connect to it. He's like, alright, cool, what's your IP address? And you're like, oh, yeah, problem. Or you say, oh, I know my IP addresses, man, it's 192.168.1.8, and he's like, yeah, I can't connect to that. I'm not going to get into a huge networking lesson. Networking is a pain in the ass, but realize that your machine, you're going to have an internal and external IP address for most people. If you use any kind of broadband, this is how it's going to be. So if you do CMD, it's your command line in Windows. Before I sit here and die, let's disconnect for the moment. Alright, command line in Windows. There's more and more, there's different ways to do this, but the easiest way is just to do a, let me get my commands confused. To do a Linux command to do it. Oh god. Wow. I'm like blanking today, sorry. I work on Red Hat all day, so I come back home, I just forget the, you have to tell me what it is in the review that already. Fail. I can't believe I'm, wow. What is the networking command? This is really embarrassing right now, I'm sorry guys. I've done this 1,000 times, so I just completely brain fucking. Alright, well, do it the other way. Alright, you can go into your networking here. I don't have hot control panel, it's fine. Network. Show the center, great, awesome. Now you want to look at your so I only have the one adapter working right now for my computer. So you right click and check it out. You can click on your IPv6 Pro. What the fuck? Alright, just skip this part of the video because I'm embarrassing myself. Why? So I shouldn't drink into videos. Alright, when in doubt, guys, if you get in trouble, Google is your friend. I can't believe I've forgotten this. So I can IP config. I'm doing IF config. What is wrong with me? This is a problem. We bounce between operating systems. Sorry about that. I'll derail. I'm an idiot. So IP config all. If you know what device you're looking at, you could have not done all, but that's fine. In this case, so I'm using my wireless network connection, and I'll tell you here, this is your gateway. This is what you're looking for. Here's your gateway, your DHCP server. In most cases, this is what it's going to do for you guys. This 192.168.1.1. It's an internal IP address. It's going to be almost every single person watching this video will have something similar to that for their internal address. When I say internal, I'm talking about you and your Xbox and your PS3, that network that's in your house, that's behind your firewall, behind your modem. It's your internal network, right? So, what you want, though, is figure out what your external address is, right? So, you want this one too, though. So keep this up for a moment. Get a browser up, and I think, I'm just going to guess, but it's like, what's my IP.org, yeah. Come in here, it tells your IP address. Boom. I have it very lucky that I have a high-speed Verizon address that's pretty static. I've had this address for at least, I don't know, 8-9 months now. It hasn't changed. Knock on wood, hopefully it won't. But for some of you, depending on what kind of internet you have, this might update hourly, daily, monthly, never. It just really depends. Just ways around all that. I'm not going to get into it. It's beyond the scope of this video. To say that for most of you guys, you're going to want something static, or you want something that can forward to a static IP address. You can talk with your service provider and figure that out. The other, if you don't have a static one, the other idea you can go with is what is this piece of software out there? I can't think of it. Hold on a second. Yes, these guys, they know. Hey guys, quick question. What's that networking software called that you can do for like private server hosting? Hamachi, thank you. I've never used it. Okay. Yeah, those guys are awesome for the record. Those are my server players, and I'll go into later how to do a TeamSpeak server if you want. But for now, yeah, Hamachi is your other solution. I have not tried it yet. A lot of guys use it, and it works for them. So maybe if I can get one of my friends to do a video, we'll go into that later. But all right, your IP address. This is what your friends will point to. This is people come to your network, and they go to talk to any one of your machines in your network. This is the address they see, that of your outside router. Okay, they don't see your personal 192 address. So what we need to do is tell people how this address, the 108.3.205.208 address, how that becomes your 192 address. When someone sends a packet of data to your house, how does it know where to go once it gets to your router, right? And that's where port forwarding comes in. This is the important part. So in this case, I know that my IP here, this personal computer I'm using, is, what did I say it was? This is 1.6. See right here. So I need to tell my router that whenever data comes in pertaining to the Minecraft world, you need to route it to 192.168.1.6. And that's the important part. Right now, for instance, well, I can't do it right now. This address is actually in use. I can't really show you the full thing. But if I was to connect this to that address, it would take you to my actual Minecraft server in the back room, not to this laptop. For shits and grins, typically, if you want to set up port forwarding, you need to log into your router. Now, for most of you guys, your router is going to be this gateway address right here. 192.168.1.1, maybe 1.2, maybe 2.1, something in that range that will be your gateway for the most part. I have Verizon. If I actually type the IP address into a web browser, and I have my login name and password, I can come in here and set things up. I have a lot of devices on my network. These two are wired, all my wireless devices. I got my, I think it's probably my Xbox, my PS3 that are back here, or something like that. So all these things are set up. There's a link over here for port forwarding, and that's the important thing, right? You want to port forward. When a packet of data comes into your network, you want to tell it where to go. So awesome. So port forwarding here. It's kind of my Verizon router is a lot different than your Netgear or Linksys is going to be probably, but in the end, what you're going to tell it is, and that's why I actually like Verizon more than some other things. They actually have it really set up easy. So I say create a new port forwarding rule. This is the shot down here shows the machine it's going to go to. In this case, I want it to go to 192.168.1.6, which is my full cap on my laptop, which is the HP. And then it asks you, what do you want to forward? This is nice. It has some things in here already. If you want to forward World of Warcraft shit, for instance, boom. It already has those ports established. It knows them. It sets them up great. Minecraft's a little newer. I don't think Minecraft's in here. I'm guessing not. No. So, custom ports. Right top there. And I don't know which one Minecraft used, whether it's TCP or UDP, so I'll just do both. I really don't know. There's probably network guys who are freaking out. I was like, oh my god, fool's cap, you can't do both. You're opening. I don't care. If you want to hack me, dude. I got nothing worthwhile, you know? And then the last thing you know is that port. What port Minecraft run on? I looked earlier in the server properties. That port was 22365 or something. 25565. Cool, awesome. Copy that. Pop it in here. Paste, and then we'd add it. I'm not going to do that because it'll fuck up my server really bad, but once that would be added in here, you'd come down the list to 25565, yeah, search again. If you look down here, I already had this rule in there, going to my main PC in the back room. Any traffic over that port, it's routed to that PC. It's really simple, it's already active, awesome. If that was all said and done, you can go out there, you can change, like, log in with that IP address. Go to my server instead of localhost. So that's your networking steps. Like I said, I don't know how your Linksys works. I don't know how your Netgear works. I'm sorry, and I could probably figure it out, but I'm not going to. You read the manual, do a Google search. Everything that I've learned on here, I've learned from searching the internet. I'm not like a prodigy or anything. Most of the stuff is standard. There's probably 1,000 YouTube videos already out for each one of your questions. So search it up. You know, if somebody actually does help you, give them a big thank you. So that's it. That's lesson 1, basic vanilla Minecraft server. You guys should be set up. I'll do another video, maybe even tonight, going into the more advanced, like how to get buckets set up and stuff. Since we're done for the night, though, I do want to show you. This is what I do every time I kill the server. Every morning as well. I do it at least once a day. Do your save all, bang. Your players start screaming, "Oh my god, I'm lagging!" Fuck them. They bet you even louder if you actually crash the server and lose a map. So it saves complete, awesome. We do a stop. This is a graceful shutdown. It's really fast with a brand new server, right? After it's shut down, then you can safely play with this folder. So let's do a quick backup. So we're going to copy the whole folder. We're going to dump it, you know, whatever. I would really suggest getting like a portable hard drive or copying it across the network to a different PC. It's not so hateful now that the world folder's been revamped in 1.5, but like in the old versions of Minecraft, you'd have like a half-gig world folder with 500,000 objects in there. It took forever to copy and back up. It's a lot faster now. So, you know, save it off to your, make a temp directory, make a, you know, Minecraft backup, whatever. Go in there and paste, save it. It's done. It's that fast. This folder is like 20 meg, right? Not even 5 meg. Give you a comparison. This is a brand new world. It's 5 meg. My world on my actual machine. The world on my actual machine in the background, my real world. It's been running for about a month and a half now. 561 meg. And we've been really careful about not expanding it. So that world will expand as your players go out and look for stuff. We'll get into that a little bit later. But that's it for now. This has been a nice long video for you guys. Hopefully I covered some of the basics. And server shut down. Everything's backed up. So I guess we're good. Kill this video and I'll do a new one here shortly. Come on. You can do it, buddy. Awesome. Awesome. Stop recording, please.